All right, I believe we are live. Let me double check a couple of things. Yes, we are live. Hey, we're live. How's it going? Okay. I'm not sure how good the quality of the video is going to be because the internet here is not the fastest. That's uncomfortable. I'm going to put that back there. And I'm also going to take my wallet out. Okay, how's it going? So this is my first live stream on the Film Photography Club channel. And this is pretty much just a systems test. I'm going to see what it's like live streaming. So right now I have two cameras set up, this wide shot, and then I have this close-up. So let's make sure that's working. Should be good. And yes, it is working. Amazing. All right. Okay, so again, like I said, this is pretty much just a test, but I did bring a few cameras out so we can talk about them pretty quickly. And yeah, I have to take off here in about 10 minutes for a doctor's appointment, but I wanted to get this live stream in. So, first up is this Polaroid. I found this at a thrift shop not too long ago, and I didn't have any film with me to test it out. And so it was a gamble. I think it was only $10. So I was willing to make that gamble. And I put some film in it yesterday, and lo and behold, it works. So this is a Polaroid one-step 600 camera, and it's in really good condition. And I have a few other 600 Polaroid cameras, and they look a bit more clunky and strange looking. This one has really sharp corners and straight lines. The other one's sort of round and bulbous looking. And yeah, this is just a much more sexy camera. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The only thing about this camera that's different than a lot of other one-step 600 cameras is that it doesn't have a built-in flash. Usually there's a flash right up here, but this one has a little spot right here. You can maybe see where you put a flash that is removable in these little grooves up here. And I don't know what the flash looks like. Maybe I can find one on eBay, but I haven't done much homework on that. So yeah, that's my new Polaroid camera, and stoked on that one. All right, moving right along is this bad boy here, the Yashica 124G. Now, I've wanted this camera for a really long time, but I always thought they were way overpriced, especially since it's a very popular camera again. And so I've been checking out eBay and keeping my eyes on prices for this camera. And one day I came across a listing on eBay, and it was $180, and it said great condition. So that was a no-brainer, and I bought it. And the only problem with it is that the light meter up here is the glass is kind of indented, and it's pushing against the light meter needle. And so I can't really use the light meter unless I fix that. But still, for $180, these things go for sometimes $400. I don't have that type of money, but $180 is a really good deal, comparatively speaking. I actually haven't done a lot of shooting with this camera, but I plan on shooting a lot with it. I just need to get out and shoot. So anyways, that's the 124G. And now, a camera that I do use a lot is my favorite camera, and that is this Mamiya 645 Pro. If you're not familiar, this is a medium format camera, the same as the Yashica 124G. They are both medium format cameras, and this one for me is much easier to use. And we'll cut to a close-up here. Get this out of the way. Get my mouse out of the way. All right. So it's basically called a system camera, and a system camera means that the camera is comprised of different parts, and so you can sort of mix and match to build whatever type of camera you want. You can get different types of viewfinders, like you see here. I chose this one because it's a positively reviewed viewfinder, and it's not very expensive. And you can get different types of film backs for your camera, and obviously different lenses for the camera. I have this 80mm, a 55mm, and a 150mm. I also had a zoom lens, but I dropped it and it broke, so I no longer use that. So yeah, you can sort of mix and match all these different parts and build a camera that you want to use. They also have a side grip that you can use. I just like this little hand crank. It makes the camera a lot less bulky, and I actually enjoy winding this thing to advance the film. Oh, I am getting a phone call. Apologies. Anyways, so I was recently on a trip to Tennessee, doing some work out there, and I brought this camera with me, and I thought we could take a look at some of those photos that I got developed. Nothing amazing, but I thought this would be a good chance to test out my streaming software. So let's take a look. So this is on the highway back to the airport from where we were staying. And yeah, the fog was rolling in, and I think this is shot on Kodak Tri-X 400. And so, moving right along, at least in theory, there we go. On the highway that I was on, I came across this little town with a bunch of old rundown buildings and dilapidated buildings and rusted out cars, and I just had to pull over, and it was super foggy, and yeah, it was a photographer's paradise. I like this one. I think this is probably my favorite photo from that particular trip. And oh, this is at the airport before I'm about to fly home, and just killing some time trying to do some quote-unquote street photography inside the airport. Nothing too fancy. And the plane's taking off. And yeah, that's it for Tennessee. Now, I gotta turn these notifications off. Another professional shoot that I was on not too long ago was for a local magazine, and it's a sort of crazy story about this guy that went berserk and went into a hair salon in Seal Beach or Sunset Beach in California, into a hair salon and killed a bunch of people. And anyways, it became a big national news story. And this guy in the photo here is the husband of one of the ladies that died there. And the guy far, far in the background that's blurred out is actually the defense attorney for the murderer. And this guy in the foreground, the victim's husband, strangely enough, befriended the attorney of the man that murdered his wife. And so the story is about this weird, unthinkable relationship that formed between the defense attorney of the murderer and the husband of the murder victim. And so they asked me to shoot a few photos, and I did shoot a few digital photos for safety, but I really wanted to shoot it on medium format, and so they sort of wanted the main subject of the story to be front and center, obviously, as you see him here, and then the sort of mystery man in the background, and that's why he's blurred out. And that was sort of the concept for the shoot. And we just got a few shots outside of the Orange County courthouse there, and that's them together, and that's inside of the magazine, and then that's the cover, the final cover. And so I was pleased with that one and very happy that I was able to shoot this on the Mamiya 645. All right, so that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I hope the audio came through all right, and yeah. I don't know if anyone's commented. Nope. And I don't think anyone's watching. That's all right. This is more of a test than anything else. And so, yeah, I don't know if it counts my view. I'm viewing this. It says I have one view. Is that me or is that someone else? Yeah, let me know if you're watching, that one person. Anyways, I'm going to sign off. It looks like the internet is totally crapping out here. Yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out.